so we're talking today with Jana Ward. She's the president of Jana Ward Interiors and Clear Choice Remodeling. Hey, Jana.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. So I've got a couple of questions I want to ask you, and kind of, first of all, how did you get into the business? I know we had talked in the past that your father was in construction, and you kind of grew up in that family and tagged along at some of the job sites. Tell everybody kind of a little bit about how that all started and kind of how it really kind of got into your blood.
So it definitely got in my blood. I used to, I lived in California. My dad was a builder in Nashville, Tennessee. And I used to go out in the summertime and spend 4 to 6 weeks with him. And I became this photographer. He would, back in the day when you build the tubs with the steps up into this grand tub, now we're taking those out, but I would lay on the floor and like take pictures like it was climbing up this huge throne to this, so I just admired his work and the industry from as young as 6 years old. Yeah.
Right. So at some point you got to realize, like, this is a male dominated industry, and how are you going to fit in, or maybe you saw this as an opportunity to put a spin or to do things differently from a woman's perspective, right?
Yeah, it was definitely not easy breaking into the industry and building my team. There were times I was taken advantage of, because I wanted to take care of my customer and,
Right.
pay me more money and I'll go out there. And so I did. And then I said, here's your money, but I'm not going to let you work for me again. So it took years, I would say 5 to 7 years before I really had a team built. And so, a full team built. And so now, we have a team of over 30 guys in the field that work for me most more than 10 years, some as long as 20 years.
Right.
It was tough breaking in, but we're here now. We've been doing this long enough, going into I think we're our 23rd year, or already has been 23 years, but quite a while in San Antonio.
Yeah. So you probably had to prove yourself twice as hard as most guys because of, I guess, overcoming stereotypical, thought process with people that you're working with, both as customers and as hiring subs, I guess.
Yeah, I remember one time this lady from Hawaii married her high school sweetheart, moved to San Antonio from Hawaii. They were sitting on our sofa and they'd gotten 4 or 5 bids. He looks at his wife in front of me and says, look, I interviewed 3 or 4 other real contractors. And I go, no, she's gone with me. So let me just say this. The women like the fact that we are women. We're all women run. And women need to feel comfortable. We don't say, pick your color, lady. We take you shopping. We make it fun. You've worked hard for your money. You're spending a lot of money. And we value that. And we want you to have fun with it and have fun to take you shopping.
And that kind of segues into, well, you really have 2 businesses. You have the construction remodeling side, and then you have your interior shop. And they both dovetail because, let's face it, most builders, they'll hire designers, or they'll work with a team, they'll work with 3 or 4 different designers, where that's something that you guys easily evolve into and go into, because you're walking through showrooms and colors and fabrics, just as you would, picking stuff out for yourself, and you're able to communicate that better, I guess, to women than, say, just the typical builder who knows 2x4s and roof pitches and all that.
Yeah, so not to say, because there's lots of good builders out there, I'm not saying that, but what's different about us is that we look at it from a standpoint of the final concept and how that's going to work within the home that you're currently living, because most of us do 1 room at a time. We want it to transition to the next room, right? So we're not going to say, so what do you want me to build? We're going to say, what would be great is if we took this wall out and moved this here and did this here. And so we're designing from the time that we walk into the door for the first measure.
Right.
And my estimator is very good at design. So
yeah,
spaces and space planning. Genevieve's will be the one that comes to your house typically. And then Jana Ward Interiors, be happy to send a designer out, typically me, because I like to work with all my Clear Choice customers myself. And there is a fee if I come out. But if you sign with us, like you know, Terry, we do the estimate, you like the price, or we work the price to get it to where you need to be. And then, of course, you get free design because it's part of the package. So Clear Choice Remodeling has Jana Ward Interiors as part of the package to do the design. And there's no charge for that if you've signed with us. That's
right. And that right there was kind of leading into my next question is about what do you guys do that's different or unique or that stands out? And really just those two things combined, looking at a job from the holistic perspective, how is this all supposed to tie in together? What's the end goal? What are you guys thinking about doing later? And these are all things that maybe a lot of builders aren't asking, or it's just not top of mind for them, where you guys are, seems like you're always big picture thinking and trying to make sure everything's going to come together.
Yeah, most of our clients, we help them prioritize. You know, they give us a general idea of their budget, and we help them prioritize where that money can be used now. And then usually we're back in their house every year doing something. And so we have the whole game plan together, you know, a 5-year plan. And so this year we can afford to do this and this, and then, but at least an idea of what it'll take to do the next couple projects. So we can give you those prices. They'll change a little bit,
right,
up or down, depending on tariffs or COVID or whatever is going on, down in the market, upturns in the market. But it gives you at least a general idea of what the next 2 phases will be, 2 or 3 phases.
Right. I know you guys came over to my house, and Mary was kind of the lead person on running all the subs. And, you know, my experience with remodeling and talking with remodelers all the time and builders, I mean, you know, I think the builders have it easy. If they're starting from scratch, they have a slab, they build something. Whereas you guys go into somebody's existing house, you got to tape everything off. You got to be careful. You know, you're basically invading somebody's personal privacy and space.
Did you feel invaded?
No. I mean, I didn't feel invaded.
It wasn't. It's not easy though.
Yeah, we're just roping off a certain section, but it's what I'm trying to get at is it's a tightrope you guys have to walk. Number one. Number two, one of the biggest things is making sure the job keeps moving ahead as it progresses, and you know, with each new set of subs or workers that come on, that they're just picking up and there's not a lot of lag time. That all takes orchestration and coordination, and it takes really a good relationship that you guys have with your subs. And not everybody, and you know what? That's usually one of the first areas that things go sour is this job is dragging on, it's taking too long, and these guys aren't showing up. And you know, but with my experience with you guys, Mary's on top of it, and things pretty much moved as they were supposed to be, as she told me they would.
Yeah, I think part of that is that we plan so much on the front end. So once you sign your contract, you know, we set up your first meeting doing design, and then the pre-construction meeting where we're coming to your home and the guys are all getting their work orders. And so they know in advance, and Mary's telling them that this job is starting in 3 weeks, and she sends the dates out. And so they have notebooks with all the jobs that they're working on. And so she moves them from house to house. Mary's with me since she was 26 years old.
Yeah.
13 years. And most of the guys, like I said, have been here that length of time or some longer. But so it's not cookie cutter, because it's definitely not when we're tearing up, you know, houses. We built houses before, and building a house is so much easier. You're right.
Yeah.
Because we have surprises. We open up walls, we open up ceilings.
Right.
Wow, okay, what are we looking at here?
Right.
So we find termites or stuff like that. But anyway, so yeah, Mary's very good at it. The guys respect her. They follow her lead, and usually it runs very smoothly.
Yeah, and that's not always the case with every contractor. So that's definitely kudos to you guys. Talking a little bit about the situation where everybody's you know, maybe gun shy about having people in their houses, you know, because of all the virus thing going around. What are you guys doing anything, taking any special precautions? What what's your feedback from some of your clients right now that you're getting? And I know y'all are still working. So what are you doing to address that?
Yeah, we're wearing masks. We're spraying down surfaces. We're asking customers not to come through our barriers that we put up between whatever room we're working on and the rest of the house. We were letting them in, we meet them, we walk in, but now we're trying to do more FaceTiming and stuff if possible, just to keep them safe. I mean, we're wearing masks, so we're not bringing anything to them, but we're just taking, that extra precaution. So the technology, like right now we're doing the Zoom, we can FaceTime our customers, say, hey, where do you want your control for your shower to be? Or how hard do you want your light fixture to be?
Right.
And we can measure it and do it over their phone. So we're doing everything we can because we do want to keep working. There's a lot of people that want remodeling done, and we don't want to hold up.
Right. We talked about, new trends happening right now, and maybe some of the things you might be doing in Shavano Park or other neighborhoods. But one of them you talked about was front porches, how all of a sudden they're becoming more and more popular. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we walk a lot and we see people. I talked about this a couple of different times, but all of a sudden somebody asked us to give them a price on the front porch. So people are talking about it. We see people in their front yards, on their driveway, and I'm like, yeah, front porches should come back. And we actually had a customer just recently that wanted a price on a front porch. So instead of sitting in your driveway or your yard, you can sit in the comfort of your front porch and get to know your neighbors.
Yeah.
I guess getting tired of just sitting inside their houses, and the backyard, you really don't see any new people. And so it's funny how people are just waving, walking down this, hi guys. So I know neighbors now that I didn't know 6 months ago, so it's pretty cool. So front porches, and of course you're in a home office, and a lot of people are in a home office, and with the uncertainty of schools and different things, and it might be the new normal. So we're brightening up those offices or those dining rooms, converting them to offices or extra bedrooms, and making it a fun place to work.
Right.
That's the trend, yeah.
Cool. Anything special you want to pass on to the neighbors in Shavano Park about because you've been with us a while, and several people, you have several friends over there already. Any special message you'd like to pass on to those folks?
Well, we love your area and your neighborhood. We are actually your neighbor. We're at 1604 and Tradesman's right by Lock Hill, Selma. So our office is open if you want to come by and see what we have. We really are offering really, really decent prices and we know that it's uncertain for everybody. So, we're tightening our numbers. We want your business. We will take care of you. And that, Terry, you call us for anything, and if it's something we've done, we'll come in and make it right if anything goes wrong. So, and we do that. We can't put it in writing, but as long as you live in your home, just give us a call. If it's something that we've done, we'll fix it for you. So nothing should happen. On occasion it does. Just give us a call and we'll take care of it. So just ask for a free bid from us. There's no charge to do anything. We get a few bids anyway. Might as well be your neighbor.
That's right.
Yeah.
Jana, thank you for your time. What's a good phone number for people to reach out and call you guys?
210-377-0259.
Okay. Thank you, Jana.
Check us out on our website too. Clear Choice Remodeling, SA as in San Antonio.com.
Okay.
It's like 23 years, really. Anyway, just give us a call. We appreciate it.
Okay. Thanks, Jana. We'll catch you later. All right.
Okay, sounds good. Bye.